Hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel where I'll be looking at top-down analysis of the major currency pairs for this week of September the 21st to September the 25th. It's a wonderful opportunity to bring this video to you. I'm quite excited to do so. Our analysis of last week was quite spot on. Market just moved to the peak with most of the analysis I put out last week. And I believe quite a lot of you out there have profited from it. And if these videos are beneficial to you, I would like you to click the like button. It shows me that you're supportive of my channel. And if you're new here, I would like you to click the subscribe button and the bell notification just beside it. That way you'll be notified as soon as I bring out new content, as I usually do. Now, for this week, what are we going to look at? What are we expecting the market to do this week? Now, on my charts, this is the pound dollar pair. And for this pair, for last week, we said we were expecting the move, a 38 to 50% retracement of this whole move. Let's look at the weekly so we get the bird's eye view of what we're talking about. Now, on the weekly, what I was looking out for was to see a 38% to 50% retracement of this move for last week, and which we got. Now, what are we expecting the market to do this week? For this week, I'm looking forward to seeing a retracement of this move, probably a 38 to 50% retracement of this move, and we'll still go higher. Why are we going higher? Based on price action. Since we've seen this bullish run a little bit to the upside, I'm expecting to see more bullishness into the 1.31 area, and let's see if we can get any reversals around this zone. Let's zoom in so we can see where we can place our entries from. Now, here on the daily, we see something that looks like, well, not quite, I would have said an evening star pattern. But here, what we can see here is a push to this 50% retracement zone, and we've seen price show reduced momentum around with this candle on Thursday, and we've seen a bearish engulfing candle here on Friday. So I'll be looking forward to prices coming down into the 1.2850 area, or we could still go a bit lower to the 1.2830 area. About this zone, I'm expecting price to react around here. The reaction is to see us take a move back to the upside to as high as the 1.3050 area, just about that zone. And I'm looking forward to seeing a reaction of market around this zone. If we see, we can see from this zone here. Let me just highlight that. Now we see that we've had price play around the zone once, twice, three times. So I still expect price to react around this area before we continue the movement to the downside. Now, at this area for this week, if we have that break and close, sorry, not a break and close, a reaction, a reversal candle around here, like to see price come to the downside. And basically, we can only confirm we're going lower when we've broken this support here, the 1.2765 area. The next I'll be looking at is the pound Canadian dollar pair. And for this pair, what do we expect for this week? Now, the pound Canadian dollar pair has played out just almost similar patterns to that, but the patterns we saw on the pound dollar pair. And for this pair, what do I expect to see this week? Now, with what we've seen here, we've seen that price went as low as the 1.68 handle and has retraced. I was expecting a retracement to the 1.70 area, which we got and been surpassed, went as far as hitting the 1.7100 handle, and we've seen price rejected from there. But what we have here, we have the candle pattern we have on the weekly, yes, shows a rejection, but it shows that we have some bullish pressure still pent up somewhere within the market. So basically, for this week, I want to see a pullback a little bit and further move to the upside to go as high as the 1.7220 area. We can zoom in to get a clearer picture of what I'm talking about. Now, here we also see the same move with what we saw in the pound dollar pair, sorry. And here, I want to see that price. You see that price is even coming down a little bit. So we're looking forward to getting that bounce at the 1.70 handle for us to go higher. We could still even come lower than that, but basically we should just keep our eyes on the price. Key levels, yeah, the key level here is at 1.700 area. We could use our fibs, to get a retracement. Let's see if we can go even as low as the 61.8 ratio on fibs on film. So we look at price get to the 1.6940 area or 1.6980 area. That's the 1.6980 area is the 50% retracement of this move. We could see price get into that zone or a little bit below to the 1.6939 area. So, but anything within this zone, once we see a reversal candle and a bullish candle forming afterwards, we'll be going higher. We could check that on the lower time frames. You can use your strategies to trade that, but we're looking forward to going as high as the 1.7220 area. The next I'll be looking at is gold. For this pair, gold has been in a range and the range for weeks now. Well, let's say for days now, and we've just been sliding just for some days now. It has been just been doing the 1992 high and as low as 1916 area. Okay, we got as low as 1906. That's how low we've gotten so far with this range. Now, basically, let's look at the weekly first of all to get a bird's eye view of what the market is going to do for this week. Now, but what we are seeing on this chart, we're seeing price coming to this area rejected and has gone high and has been rejected at the highs here and it's closed below the 1955 area. We closed for this past week was at 1950. So based on this rejection, I'm expecting a move again to the downside. We could go as low as the 1925 handle. That's the next key level there. That's price has been ranging between. Let's zoom in. Looking at the daily time frame now. We also have that same rejection on the daily time frame. So let's go to the 4 hour to see what price is going to do eventually. We have a double top here based on price action, and we've seen price surge to downside, got as low as 1938 area. We've seen somewhat I can call this a retracement of this move has gone to the lows here, and we've seen a bearish engulfing around this zone. So basically, I'm looking forward to getting to the downside, going further to the downside. You can enter with a sell stop order, maybe 20 pips below the low of this of the last 4 hours candle on Friday, with the lows at 1949 area. So a 10 pip stop, a 10 pip or 20 pip sell stop should be at the 1947, 1948 area, and we see how price will ride down to the 1924. That's the next key level, 1924 or 93 area. That's basically, till we have a clear breakout of this range, we can't look further than this. That's what I can see the market do. The next pair I'm looking at is the dollar Canadian dollar pair. For this pair, let's look at the weekly quickly. Yeah, now for this pair, we've seen the price. I was looking forward to see price go way to the upside here because of this move. We had this bullish engulfing we had a fortnight ago, but right now we've seen price retests and are still closed bullish. Yeah, we saw price got up a little bit, was rejected from there, did the retest and has closed below. So I am expecting more bullishness with this pair. That will take us to the next key level of resistance. We're looking forward to breaking this one here, the 1.3275 area, to go as high as the 1.3380 area. Now, we might get there or we might not. It depends on what we see with price action on a daily close basis. Within this zone, within the 1.3275 area and the 1.3380 area. So what we look forward to, I expect price to break through this, but I don't know how much momentum we have that will take us to the upside at the 1.3380 handle. So, but basically, I'm looking forward to go higher. We could zoom in, looking at the lower time frames to see how far we can go. Now here, we've seen price break above this level at the 1.3125 area and has not closed below it. So we're still looking for bullish opportunities to go long, and going long, we could see a price get to 1.3330 or maybe go as high as the 1.3385 area. So but we're looking forward to bullish opportunities. And like I said, our next key level of resistance is 1.3275 area, and we could go as high as 1.3330 handle, yeah, which falls within our reversal area, because that's about when we look at but the market structure, we see a low around here, the 1.3314 area. So basically around this area, we look forward to see that retracement or reversals. We'll come back to test the downside. But for now, we're looking at being a bit bullish with the dollar Canadian dollar pair. The next I'm looking at is the dollar yen pair. And for this pair, we've seen price come into these lows. The weekly, let's look at what weekly is telling us. We have strong bearish pressure to the downside. We could see price break, go real low beyond where we're seeing it now. But for this week, I'm looking forward to a retracement that will take us to 105.10 area, like retesting the structure, market structure around this area before we continue to the downside. Let's look at the daily. Daily also is closed. We've had rejections, but what we see here, we've come to this, we test this lows here. We've seen that rejection. So we're looking forward to seeing that price go up into this market structure, the 105.10 area. We look for reversals around it. We could see price could even go as high as 105.60 handle before we see that reversal. But basically, we'll be safe. Let's look at the 4-hour candle, 4-hour time frame. Sorry, we have a bullish candle formed here for the last 4-hour candle on Friday. So I'm looking forward to a brief pullback and a continuation to the upside. This whole move would be somewhat, let's say, a 50% retracement of this. That's what I'm looking forward to see on the dollar yen pair. So see price get to the 105.25. Yeah, we could see price get that. So just draw your fib levels around these areas and look forward to that reversal at the 0.618 handle or the 0.5 handle in your fibs, and see when you see, if we spot that reversal within this zone and see any bearish candle afterwards, we'll look forward to go to the downside. Although we still have I'm just looking for the more bearishness with the pound and pair, but basically that will continue with the bearishness after the pullback, and the pullback is what we're looking for to trade to get to this point. The last I'm looking at for today is the euro dollar pair. The euro dollar pair. Let's quickly look at the weekly and get that bird's eye view. Now for this pair, let me take away this trend line, remove, good. Now for this pair, we've seen price really rest on this zone at the 1.1735, which in my previous analysis I've been looking for to see price break through. I've been looking for to see price break through this place, this region here, and we've seen for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks running, price has come to the zone and has been rejected for quite some time. Although we have a doji for this past week and also a fortnight ago, we've had 2 dojis in a row. So what do we expect markets to do this week? Well, let me quickly put on my disclaimer here that these views I'm putting out here are my personal views of what the market is going to do for this week, and it's not intended as an investment advice. So, but what do we expect prices to do with the euro dollar pair this week? Now that we've had 2 dojis, and the second one for last week has closed somewhat bearish on a bearish note. Let's just zoom in to get a clearer picture of what these dojis look like. Now, with this pair, we've seen price break closed above this 1.1735 area. We've had several highs around here, and we've seen that price has been rejected and has kept coming to this zone. Now, from what we've seen markets do for this past 2 weeks, we've seen strong move to this side, to this zone that's been rejected from there. We've had something that looks like a double top and a movement again to that zone, and has been strongly rejected from there. But with what we have here, we have a spin top just after this strong bearish move from that zone. It looks likely based on price action we're having. If you look at the price action we're having, lower highs into this zone. So I'm expecting maybe Monday's candle to come real bearish into this zone. Once we have that strong bearish momentum to this zone, we'll be looking forward to seeing this 1.1735 broken and taken out of the way for us. Basically, we have something that looks like a head and shoulders pattern now. So once we see the break and close below the zone, we can shoot for a head and shoulders pattern target. That will take us in between this zone to as low as we could go as low as the 1.1550 area, going lower. The next key level of resistance, the next key level of support, not resistance, is at 1.1435 area. Price could go way into that zone, but basically we're still looking for to clear this 1.1735 handle here, and which I suspect price action is going to do that when it opens on Monday. So once we see that break and close below this low, then we just look forward to go to the downside as low as the 1.143500. So with that said, that with that for this week, I'll just drop a tip here for trading. I advise my students and those that seek advice from me is to get a target, get a weekly target, run your analysis of the week, get a target for the week. And when you get that, you can get that in 2 days, 3 days, or it takes you the whole 5 days to get it. Once you get your target, you can just get out of the market. Forex is basically a game of probabilities, and the tools we put in here are just to make the probability to be skewed in our favor. And sometimes you're not market makers, we can get caught up in a loss. But basically, once you look forward to your targets realistically and get them, there's no point staying and over trading the markets. So that would be my tip for this week, and I would like you to subscribe if you're still new here. Click the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.